Hello guys, today I will show you how my Minecraft farms work. They're quite simple, but they get the job done. I've only recently started understanding how they work, how redstone works in general, so I hope my explanations can help some newer players understand how everything works as far as redstone is concerned, because I know I struggled a lot. So I'll show you three farms. Two of them I copied from the internet and I modified them so they can suit my needs, and the third one, pretty easy one, I managed to do it on my own. So it will be an iron farm, a chicken farm, or an egg farm, it's both, and a melon and pumpkin farm. So the first farm is a chicken farm or an egg farm. You can just breed the chicken and kill them. Start. So how the chicken farm works, the egg farm I mean. So first we have this hopper minecart going back and forth. When it reaches the end it just goes back the other way, gets powered by these right here so it can keep going, and when it reaches this block it just starts going the other way. There is one hopper beneath this rail right here which picks up the items from the hopper minecart and sends them in this line right here, and inside this one dropper. This one dropper then has this comparator in front of it which detects whether there are items inside the dropper, so it can send a signal out when there's an item inside. For example, like so, you can see it works. So this detects if there are items. The repeater then takes the signal and extends it so it can reach the end. It goes right here, right here, right here, into this, and it powers the droppers, both of them actually. It powers both droppers and shoots the items up inside this hopper right here. Oops, wrong way. So the items reach this hopper, then this, they flow into this one, and into this dropper as well, which works on the same principle. It detects the items and then gets powered by this, and the items get sent into this chest right here. So let me show you in practice. Let's imagine that the minecart drops some items. Let's do this. Yeah, you can see the items are going inside the dropper. They're getting shot up. Let me do that again. They're getting inside these hoppers, inside this one, you can see, and inside the chest. So I'm not sure exactly how the iron golem spawning works, but the zombie scares the villagers and it spawns right here. I'm not sure about specifics. What happens after that is this is the same exact circuit as the ones with the chickens. Basically, whenever an item goes inside the dropper, it powers this circuit and it drops the items down. After that, they go into this water stream right here and into this hopper. Yeah, you can see it in action. Oops. Come on. Inside the dropper, and power the circuit, and drops them down into the water. So after the items fall into the water stream, they get inside these two hoppers right here. Just a clarification, this system I only want to collect the iron ingots and the poppies, nothing more. So there is this chest right here that collects all the items that fall into the system somehow that we do not want. For example, if somehow we got like an arrow, it will flow into this chest right here. After that things get a little bit more complicated, I think. For this system to continue its way to the end, we need to reach this block right here so we can power it. That can happen only if we get this comparator and this comparator to emit a power level of 3. Otherwise, as you can see on the top, we have 0 power. So one of the ways this could happen is these two hoppers, they need to have at least 46 items inside of them. Currently we have 4 junk items renamed. These ingots, they don't matter, it's just the name. We have 41 plus 4, we have 45 items inside currently, and we emit a power of 2, as you can see on the top. Once an item comes from the top hoppers, like an iron ingot inside, the items for a brief second become 46, and the signal here in this space, it becomes 1, because the comparator emits 3, so it becomes 3, 2 and 1, you can see now, when this guy dies. Yep, here we go. So, as you can see, it says on the top that this hopper is locked. This is because it currently doesn't accept items, because it's powered by this torch, and the other hopper is powered by this torch right here. So we need to depower them, stop the power, as you can see right now. So these hoppers can become unlocked and accept the items from the top hoppers. How that happens is, when this block gets powered, it powers this repeater, or this one, they both work similarly, and they power this block right here, which turns off the redstone torches and unlocks the hoppers, which then take the items from above. After that, we have 2 different ways things go. One for the poppies and one for the iron ingots. So let's see how the poppies get handled. Firstly, as this hopper gets unlocked, the poppies inside gets inside the composter. As the composter gets filled, it shoots its bone meal down inside this hopper right here. You can just see how that happens. Let me take those. For example, we do that. It's filled inside the hopper, and then inside this dropper right here, which powers the exact same circuit as above the iron farm, as the chicken farm. It extends the power and powers this dropper, this one, and inside the chest. 13. Let me try now. Yeah, it works. I got confused for a second. But yeah, that's how the poppies get handled. As far as iron goes, I want to have it in blocks of iron instead of ingots because it takes less space. And to do that, instead of having to craft it by hand in the crafting table, we need to use the crafter. Well, we need to find a way to create the iron blocks. Using the crafter, that's easily done. We basically need to fill it up with iron ingots and power it. And I've done so using this piece of redstone wire right here. The main problem is, how do we send the power right here only when the crafter is entirely full? So how I've done that is, it's a bit of a gimmick, I think. I'm not sure how common this is. But basically, the comparators, they basically output a different amount of power in relation to the amount of items in the container behind them. So this furnace has 96 items, yeah, the gunpowder and charcoal, and that outputs a constant amount of power. It's 8, you can see in the top. This comparator right here, it takes the amount of items inside the crafter at the current moment, and as you can see, I've put it in subtracting mode, which means that this comparator right here will take the signal from behind. It will take this signal right here and subtract them. So currently we have 6 inside, so 6 minus 8 is -2, which means we don't have any power, so this doesn't get powered at all. In the ideal case, like here, like so, we'll have 9 here, we'll have 8 here, which means the result at the end is 1, which means this repeater gets powered. This block gets powered, which powers this redstone wire all the way around to the crafter here, and which makes it shoot out an iron block. I can demonstrate it now. We have 2, nothing, nothing, nothing. We have 8, nothing. 1 more, and that circuit triggers. That's about it. And finally we have the melon and pumpkin farm, which is... its top part is quite simple. It's basically melons, pumpkins, a glowstone in the middle, and they're in a chessboard pattern. So when something grows, this observer here detects it, powers this block, which powers the node block, and the piston extends down and pushes it. And underneath we have a bunch of hoppers who pick up the item and bring it to this point. So that's the top part of the farm. Now we have the sorting part, which is basically the same as with the iron farm, but instead of ingots and poppies we have pumpkins and obviously melons. With the pumpkins it's easy, they just get sucked down into this hopper, then this one, and you can see the arrows. They point straight to this coronal droppers, which get powered by this clock circuit here, and they are getting shot up straight into the output chest. And you can do this, I guess. You can see it working. They get shot up in the output chest. With the melons it's a bit more complicated, since they come in slices, so they need to be crafted into full blocks. So basically what happens is the same as with the iron ingots and other iron blocks. They get pushed into this line here of hoppers, straight into the crafter. Again we have the comparison and subtract mode, the furnace with the signal 8 here, which compares the signal from this and this. We subtract those, we get power here, or we don't. When we get power here, this block gets powered, the redstone line gets powered, sent straight to the crafter, which then shoots the items into the hopper line here, and then straight into the dropper, since this line of hoppers here is one level above the dropper, so we need to shoot it up. So we have this, again, this clock circuit, which just does this, and it goes into this line here. So this line goes directly to the output chest, and that's about it, actually. You can do so much with like 2 or 3 circuits. It makes the farms much more functional, much more easy to use, much more automatic. I used to do this by hand, by clicking a button, so this helps a lot. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.